dear boys. Good morning. Good morning, dear boys. Can you hear me well?
Yes, miss.
Okay, today I will repeat explaining the grammar of while and when, because some of you told me that they didn't understand it last time. So I will repeat it today, and then we will move to Unit 7 in Time for English, okay? So let's begin. As you can see, we have four linkers or four linking words like when, while, as soon as. And we have two tenses. The first tense is past simple. The second tense is past progressive or past continuous. Of course, it is the same. It just has two names, continuous or progressive. Okay, so well, this is a video, of course, about when and while, but we can move to the second one. You remember last time, just the day before yesterday, when I told you about while or as, it takes a long action. It takes an action that is happening for a long time. So, as you can see, it was raining heavily while or as we were hiking. So, you notice that while and as have the same meaning. You can use this or you can use this. It's correct. We were hiking. So this sentence is an example on how. Yes.
في واحد في الميتنج دخلوا.
You mean your friend hasn't
Mister,
entered yet? Okay. You can allow him to join. Okay, it's okay.
Mister.
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
واحد مستر اسمه علي أحمد في الميتنج روم.
Okay. Just a second, please. Sorry. Okay, they are in the waiting room. Okay, admit all. Okay, I'm now allowing them to enter. Okay, it's great. Please, I will not mute your mic. You can mute your mic yourself, but you can open your mic if you want to have a question. Okay?
Okay, Mr. we will take a new.
Sorry? I'm
Mr.
just telling you that.
We will take a
Mister,
new.
which one?
Okay, we will begin from the very beginning.
On the from the past continuous and the past simple.
Don't
Did you watch Mister?
Boys, good morning. Hello,
Good morning.
good morning.
Hello.
What's wrong with you?
Good morning.
What's wrong with you? Tell me your problem. Is there a
I
problem?
want to know. I want to know
مش
the
واضح.
Is there a problem?
number of
We haven't started yet. It's just one sentence. We are going to start again. And those who were joining, they haven't missed it. Okay? So be calm, please. Concentrate.
يا ميس الصوت مش واضح.
Is this a problem for all of you?
Yes.
A problem for all of you?
Yes.
What about this?
بيقطع برضه يا ميس. I don't hear you.
But I can hear
I
you.
don't hear
I don't hear you.
I can hear you very well.
I can't hear you well.
Yes, Miss, we can't hear you.
What about the others? I heard someone says I can hear you well.
hear you.
Yes. So
I can hear you.
this is a problem.
I can hear you.
So this is a problem for some of you, not all of you.
I can't hear you.
يا ميس صوتك بعيد بس مش قوي.
It's your connection, my dear. It's your connection, not mine. It's your connection. So please concentrate.
يا ميس هو الصوت يعني صغير قوي مش كبير.
So you can put your hand. You can use your hand free. Okay?
Now I can hear you, Miss.
You can use your hand free. If the sound is far or low, use your hand free. خلاص? Okay? I leave you with Mr. Abdulmati. Please be quiet and concentrate.
Okay, Miss.
Yes, dear boys, I will make my voice very clear for you, and I try to speak slowly so that you can understand me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, the first sentence, you can see that we have while and as. While and as, they are equal to each other. I mean, both of them have the same meaning. So you can say while, it's correct. You can say as, it's also correct. You can notice that two actions were happening at the same time. The first one, raining, it was raining heavily. The second one, we were hiking. Hiking, as I told you before yesterday, it means walking up on a mountain. Okay? So there were two long actions happening at the same time. The first long action is raining. The second long action is hiking. You notice, dear boys, you can see that we have ing in both. Raining, but of course we use was. Why? Because it is only one sky that was raining. So we thought, we said it was raining heavily. But we, of course, we is not one. We can be I and you, all of you. So we can be 2 or 10 or even 100. That's why we is plural. So a plural does not take was, but a plural takes where. Okay? So let's go to the other one. There's also another sentence which is while or as I was watching TV, my mother was. Yes.
هو أنا هختار while or as.
Both are correct. This is correct and this is also correct. I mean, it's okay to use while, it's also okay to use as.
Mister. مستر ممكن تقولي لو سمحت وين ووايل وآز بيجي قبلهم ايه وبعديهم ايه؟
Of course, yes. I'm just beginning with while and as, and after that I will tell you about when. So when takes past simple, but while takes past progressive or past continuous. The same, okay? I mean, past continuous or past progressive, it is the same tense. So while or as, we use after it past progressive, which is was or were plus ing with any verb, like rain, like raining, hiking, cooking, watching. Okay, you can see the ing. So while I was watching TV, my mother was cooking. Dear boys, you can notice that there are two actions happening at the same time. You know,
مستر
yes,
هي while while وas بس اللي بيجي بعدين most progressive
exactly, yes, fantastic. That's correct, yes.
sentence.
Yes, a sentence that has past progressive was after singular and were after plural, and after was or were we have ing with any verb. Okay, so while I was watching TV, this is the first action. My mother was cooking. This is the second action.
مستر حضرتك مستر بقول لحضرتك الجملتين بيبقوا بس progressive مع while وas.
Well, I can tell you something. While and as, we have two uses for them. The first use, two actions happening at the same time. Like you are playing, your sister is sleeping. You are sleeping, your brother is playing. Okay? This is the first use. The second use is you are doing something and another thing happened suddenly to stop what you are doing. That is the second one that I'm going to tell you about. Okay? So don't worry, I will tell you everything. Yes. Don't worry, I will tell you the sentences, and God willing, inshallah, before we end this session, I will ask you about what you didn't understand. While or as I was listening to music, my brother was doing his homework. You can see that you are listening to music. At the same time, your brother is doing his homework. So you are using your hand free, you're listening to music. At these minutes, in these minutes, your brother is also doing another thing, which is his homework. Okay, so you have two actions. Sorry,
while كده يا مستر نقول while my brother was doing his homework I was listening to music. ما ينفعش.
sorry, say please, because say it please again, because I didn't hear you.
ممكن نقول while my brother was doing his homework I was listening to music.
Of course, yes, you are right. You can say the opposite. While I was doing my homework, my brother was listening to music. My mother was cooking. My father was reading a newspaper, or my father was drinking tea. It's okay. I'm just giving you examples that you can use two actions happening at the same time. Okay, you see this blue sentence? We use the past progressive in the sentence when both, you see both, it means two, the two actions. Both actions were happening at the same time. So we use while or as to connect two long actions happened at the same time. Okay, this is what, sorry, I don't remember your friend's name who asked me about while and as, if we can use the past.
Abdurrahman Hussein.
Yes, thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Okay, your friend Abdurrahman asked me a very good question. So we use while and as only for two past progressive actions? Of course not. It's just one use. The second use is the one that you see in front of your eyes right now, which is as or while I was driving. Okay, you are driving your car. What happened suddenly? What stopped you driving your car? I saw a cat in the street. So you just, your foot clicked or your foot pressed on the brake, okay? Or you know the brake of the car? The thing that you press with your foot so that the car can stop.
Yes.
Exactly, yes. You are correct.
as while two sentence after this بيبقوا past progressive or no?
Okay, I will tell you. As and while always take past progressive after it, always. But the second sentence, sometimes it's also past progressive, like the first one. Sometimes it's past simple, like this one, the one that you see now. So when can we use this and when can we use that? Do you know? Do you know when, or would you like me to tell you? Yes, please tell me.
الحاجة بتحصل فجأة.
Yes. Yeah, a very smart answer. Thank you. What's your name? Abdurrahman. Ahmed. Okay, Ahmed Wael. Thank you so much, Ahmed Wael, for your nice answer. As your friend Ahmed told us when you are doing something.
مستر
Yes, tell me.
هو احنا امتى نستخدم وين ونستخدم واي؟
Don't worry, I will tell you everything. While comes with a long action and another short action stops it suddenly, okay? Prevents it from
يعني زي مستر I was while I was playing there is one يعني حد نادى عليا.
Yes, fantastic. Your sorry, your name is Ahmed or Abdurrahman?
مالك.
Malik, okay. Thank you very much, Malik. Yes, thank you, Malik, for this smart note. Malik said that while I was playing, for example, my father called me or my mother called me. So Malik,
مستر ممكن واحدة؟
okay.
يا مستر
Yes, yes. I
ممكن
can hear you.
أقول واي ممكن أقول while I was playing football my mom was reading a book.
Okay, this is also correct. But what is the difference between this one and that one? The one that Malik said he was playing, and suddenly, what stopped his playing? His mother called him. His mother came from the balcony and said, "Malik, come here now." So this is the past simple.
مستر نادى
مستر
Yes.
هو امتى as well بيجي التو سنتنس اللي بعديها باست بروجريسيف وامتى
Okay, I will, don't worry. I will tell you everything.
طب امتى الفيرست بتبقى باست بروجريسيف وامتى السكند بتبقى باست سيمبل.
I will tell you everything. Okay, I will tell you. If the two actions are happening at the same time, okay, if you are sleeping and your brother is playing and you are still sleeping and your brother is still playing, this means that while or as takes two past progressive actions. Okay? But this one, yes, but this one, please let me continue because we really have short time. And don't worry, I will answer questions after we finish. So, as I was driving, what stopped my driving? I saw a car suddenly in the street. So I saw a cat. I saw a cat suddenly in the street. So the phone rang. The phone rang while I was sleeping. You were sleeping. You were continuing your sleeping, and suddenly the phone stopped your sleeping because its loud voice. Its loud sound, which is ringing, stopped you sleeping. So the phone rang. Past simple. While or as I was sleeping, the past progressive. Okay. While or as I was taking a shower, my mom arrived. Yes. So
مستر كده يعني.
طب يا مستر طب هم دول لهم علاقة باللونج اكشن والشورت اكشن.
exactly, yes. You are right. Yes. The past progressive is the long action. The past simple is the short action. Something that happens suddenly. Okay. I was taking a shower. Of course, dear boys, you know that if you take a shower, it does not take just a few seconds. It can be maybe for a quarter, half an hour, maybe 1 hour. So of course, it's a long time. So while I was taking a shower, what happened suddenly? My mom arrived. Of course, you know that if you get home, you enter your home, you just open the door. It just takes 2 or 3 seconds. That's why I said my mom arrived suddenly, and I was taking a shower for a long time. Okay, we use the past progressive and the past simple in the same sentence. When Abdurrahman, maybe Abdurrahman asked me this question. When do we use the past simple? When one action interrupted, stopped another in the past. So you were doing something, another thing happened and stopped you. This is a sentence in which we can use the past simple. The past progressive for the longer action and the past simple for the shorter action, as we have just said.
Mister, can you say it again?
Okay, Yusuf, do you have a question, Yusuf?
Yes. مستر يعني بعد ما نحط از وايل لازم يكون في بس كونتينيوس صح؟
Yes. Look, dear boys, I will tell you something quickly that will make you remember this lesson. As and while they are the friends of the past progressive. Okay? Yes. As and while love the past progressive. They always come with it. But the past simple, they don't like it. The past simple, as you can see, it is far from them. It is on the other side. It never comes directly after them. It always comes either before them, I mean behind them, or after them in the second sentence. As you can see here, it is behind them. Okay, so it is never after them. But what comes after them is the past progressive, which has was and were plus ing. Okay, as you can see this. So I will tell you 3 verb examples for every one of them. Okay. While I was sleeping, my brother was playing. The second one, while I was sleeping, my brother came suddenly. The last one, my friend called me while I was watching TV. Okay, so your friend's call stopped your watching TV. When I saw a cat in the street, what were you doing? I was driving. So when suddenly I saw a cat, maybe Ahmed or Malik asked me, when do we use when? I'm answering you now. When comes with a short action, an action that happens suddenly. So when I saw a cat, of course this happened suddenly in the street. What were you doing before you saw the cat? I was driving. We were returning home. We were going back home. Okay. When what happened? When we found a wallet. You know wallet? Wallet that you put your money in your pocket.
yeah.
So you were going back home when you suddenly found something on the ground, which is a wallet. I was sleeping.
Mr. Like I was riding when I saw a cat.
Yes, exactly. You are smart. Thank you so much. I was sleeping when the telephone rang. You were sleeping, okay, and you were continuing sleeping. You were dreaming, and suddenly, what stopped you sleeping? The telephone rang. When and when. When here comes in the at the beginning of the sentence, and after it we have past simple and past progressive. So, for example, if I say, when I got back home, my brother was drinking Nescafe, for example, okay? And I will say it again. When I entered my home, my brother was drinking
يا مستر
Nescafe. Yes.
مستر يعني انا بشوف الحاجه اللي هي
Ayman, please.
لونج اكشن بعملها باست جروب.
Please, Ayman. Yasin, Ayman, please turn off your camera, please.
يا مستر يعني انا بشوف الحاجه اللي هي لونج اكشن وبعملها باست بروجريسيف، والحاجه اللي هي شورت اكشن بعملها باست سيمبل.
Exactly, yes. I thank you very much for your nice notice. Yes. Sorry, what's your name?
عبد الرحمن يشمس.
Abdul Rahman Isha. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, Abdul Rahman, because your name does not appear in front of me. That's why I'm asking you about your name. But
مستر طب
thank you very
هو
much.
وين
That's
نفس
nice.
الكلام؟ وين نفس الكلام؟
Yes. When takes a short action. When takes a past simple. But when is the friend of the short action. When is the friend of the past simple. So, for example, I'm
And
sorry,
as soon
I'm
as
lower my voice down because I'm in a closed room.
يعني يا مستر وين برضو بشوف اللونج اكشن وبعملها باست بروجريسيف والشورت اكشن بعملها باست سيمبل صح؟
Yes, exactly.
عبد الرحمن
So, yes, as you said, Abdurrahman, when takes the past simple, either after it or if when comes in the middle, also the past simple comes after it. But what is the enemy? Okay, of course, you know the enemy, who is not a friend. The enemy, or the one who does not love when it is the past progressive. The past progressive always comes far from when, either in the second side or behind it, before it. Okay, why? Because the past progressive is the friend of while and as. Okay, let's go to the second page. As soon as. This is the new one. Yusuf Karim, yes, please ask Yusuf.
بس عايز أسأل سؤال.
Yes.
يعني مستر الوايل يعني لما انا باجي احط وايل، يعني هنا الجملة يعني كانت حاجة حصلت يعني حاجة حصلت مرة واحدة
No,
فجأة.
no. While and as, while or as.
Can I say example? Mister, can I say example?
Okay, I will tell you an example. For example, you can say while
Can I say? I want to say example. Can I say?
Boys, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
You are making a lot of noise, by the way. You are making a lot of noise. Too many questions. The teacher cannot answer any of you. Shall I make you mute? Shall I make you all of you mute?
no.
يا
So,
بس أنا نفسي أسأل من زمان، بس هم اللي مش خليني.
I can mute you all, and after he finishes explaining, we can open the sound. Do you want me to do this? You are wasting your
No.
time, by the way.
No يا مس.
You are wasting your time.
No يا مس.
So, dear boys, let's continue. Sorry, we have a very short time. Okay. As soon as they left, as soon as is different. As soon as takes two short actions. Okay. As soon as takes they left, which is a short action, past simple, and we started, which is also a short action or past simple. So as soon as takes two past simple actions. As soon as left, what happened? We started cleaning up the house. So two sudden things, two short actions happened at the same time. The students sat down. Okay, they suddenly sat down. As soon as what happened? I mean, when what happened? When the teacher entered the class, or as soon as the teacher entered the class. So, dear boys, you can see here that as soon as also can mean when, because when also can come with two past simple actions, and as soon as is the same. So, as you can see, as soon as takes a twin. You know twin? Two boys or two girls who look typically like each other. So the twin here is the past simple because we use two past simple sentences, either two after it or one before it and one after it.
Mr.
Yes.
Like as soon as they play, I play with them.
No, you can say that because play is a verb that takes a long time. You can say I played football for just 2 seconds, for example. No, playing it takes a long time. So no, we can say as soon as we play. Yes.
Mister,
Yes, I
As
can
the
hear you.
bus
Mister,
arrived
طب هي
while I was in base.
Okay. Tell the postman arrived while.
Mister.
Was having a bit.
Okay.
Mister, can I say it?
The
Okay, please tell.
postman arrived while I have a bath.
No, I was having a bath or a bath, as you like, but it is not while I was
Mister.
While I was having a bath, the
Having.
postman arrived.
Okay, this is
يا
correct. Thank you so much. Yes, you're right.
يعني يا مستر as soon as ما بيجيش معاه غير بس
Past simple.
simple
Yes.
بس.
Exactly, yes. As soon as doesn't love the past progressive at all. She hates them very much. As soon as is the friend of the past
Sentence.
Yes, exactly, yes. But when can take.
Mister,
يعني يا مستر as soon as بيجي معاه الباست simple بقول لي.
Exactly, yes, you are right. But when can take the past progressive, but not close to it, not after it. It's in the other side. It is in the far side. So try to solve number 2. Tom turn off the lights. He leave the office. Let's use as soon as. Of course, you know that as soon as. Okay, Ali, Ahmed, say Ahmed. Okay. Don't worry, I will include your answers. We have 4 raised hands. Let's begin with Ali and then Yasin and Yusuf and Ahmed. Ali, tell me the answer of number 2. If you can. Do you know the answer?
Yes.
Okay, tell me please.
Tom turn off the lights as soon as he leave the office. He left.
Exactly.
He left
Yes.
the
Yeah.
office.
Why? Because we take the past verb, the second conjugation, verb 2. So leave, left. We use he left. Okay, Ahmed, Muhammad, do you have another answer?
No, I want to answer another one.
Okay, Yusuf Karim, do you want to say another answer? Yusuf?
Mister, can I answer?
Mister, أنا عارف.
I have another answer.
Okay, let's try
Can I
this
answer?
one. Okay,
Can I answer it?
you mean this one or the other one? Okay, Tom,
Other one.
okay, this has number 2 has 2 solutions. You can say Tom turned off the lights as soon as he left the office. This is correct. And you can say Tom left the office as soon as he turned off the lights. I mean, you can say that and you can say that. It's okay. Number 4. Can you tell me the answer of number 4? Jane?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
يا مستر.
Me. I can.
I can answer.
Okay,
Me.
let's just begin with number 1.
Me.
Jane? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Which
Can-
tense?
Can I answer? Can I answer this?
Okay, answer.
Me.
Okay, I will listen to both of you, but let's begin with one of you and then this one of you.
Jane
Yes.
called her mother
Okay.
as soon as she arrived at the airport.
Thank you.
Airport.
Okay, it's correct, but it has also another answer. The second boy. Do you have a second answer for it? It can be solved in.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me.
As soon as she arrived at the airport,
Okay.
she called her mother.
Excellent. Fantastic. Yes. Both of you are great. The number 1 is great, and number 2 is also good. Thank you so much. So,
And Yasid. I called Yasid.
Yasin. Okay, fantastic, Yasin. Thank you so much. And the first one is also good. So as soon as Jane arrived at the airport, she called her mother. The last one, I do my homework. He finished dinner. Can you solve it?
Me.
Okay, please don't think of the long action. Which one is the long action?
I do my homework.
Okay. So
I was
yes, it has two solutions. Okay, we can say the two solutions. If we consider finish dinner something that happened suddenly, like, hey mom, I finished eating. Okay, and if we consider that finish eating can take a long time, like I'm trying to finish the dish, but it is too big for me. Okay, so it can be a short action, it can be also a long action. But of course, doing homework is only a long action. So let's begin. Omar Muhib, you can tell me.
Mister, I can't answer because they are talking. I can't hear you.
Okay, Omar Muhib, we are now in the last sentence. I do my homework, he finished dinner. Can you use as with this sentence? Or you can't? It's okay, if you can't, it's okay. We can hear your friends.
As soon as.
Okay, Ahmed Muhammad?
Can I answer, mister? Can I answer?
Yes, please.
As
Can I answer?
as I was doing my homework.
Please, one of you. Please, one of you speak at the time. Please, only one.
Mister, I am answer, mister.
Mister, you said to Ahmed Muhammad.
Okay,
Mr.
Ahmed Muhammad only speaks. Ahmed Muhammad only speaks. Please, Ahmed Muhammad, speak.
Allah.
I was doing my homework
Yes.
as he finished dinner.
Okay, Ahmed, I will listen to another friend. Who else wants to
Mister,
speak?
أنا
Mister, I am mister.
What's your name?
I am Abdurrahman Hisham. Abdurrahman Hisham.
Okay, Abdurrahman, and then we'll hear to the other friends.
Mute all, mister.
Mister, I want to answer.
You only speak. Abdurrahman. Tell me the answer.
As I finished, was doing my homework. He finished dinner.
Okay, I'm sorry to tell you that both the answers
Finishing
you.
dinner.
as he
Mister, أنا عارف يا مستر.
Okay, tell me please, quickly.
As I was doing my homework, he was finishing dinner.
He finished.
As
يا مستر
I
أنا
was doing
أنا
my
غلط.
home-
أنا بقى يا مستر.
As I was doing my homework, he was finishing dinner.
yeah, Mr.
مستر
مستر
أحمد محمد دي مستر وعرفتها. أنا أحمد محمد
At
وعرفتها.
the same time, I got.
أنا بس
Okay, Basim Muhammad. Okay, tell me Basim Muhammad. Tell me.
as I doing my homework, he finished dinner.
It's 95% correct, but you missed one word. I will tell you what is the word.
As I was
Yes, exactly. As I was doing my homework, he finished the dinner. Okay, it's correct. And the other one, as I was doing my homework, he was finishing his dinner because we can consider finish that takes a long time and finish that happens suddenly. So let's see the answer.
مستر يعني
مستر ما انا قلت finished يا مستر.
Okay, I told you are right. Yes.
Mister, I am raising hand. I want to answer.
you finish dinner
Okay,
يعني
just please give me a few seconds.
Mister, I want to answer.
Okay.
Mr. the screen Mr. please
Mister, I want to
Sorry, boys,
answer.
we have many things
I'm
to do
raising
today.
my
That's why
hand.
I'm trying to run because our time runs so fast as you see. So don't worry, I will give you the chance to answer many questions. Don't
Mr.
worry.
open what
Okay, can you see this now?
Yes.
Okay, number one.
Yes.
What?
No.
Yes, yes.
مستر فيديو كده يا مستر.
بس يا مستر مكتوب عليها بالجاف كده مكتوب فيه
No, you don't have to open any page. You just look at your screen, please.
ما انا عايز افتح
مفتحش اي حاجة. بتعمل slow motion.
Okay, you can see this now. It's the grammar
Yes,
book.
yes.
If you wanted to see it, it's your
ثانية واحدة بس. مستر
Yes.
أنا ما جاوبتش
Don't worry, I will give you the chance to answer any question here, okay?
Page مستر وانا مستر انت قلت لي اول واحد وبعد كده في الاخر ما جاوبتش.
What's your name?
يوسف.
Yusuf. Okay, please, Yusuf, try to answer number 2.
مستر هو ده لسه فاني كتاب. لسه فاني كتاب.
Please look at the screen and you will see what I'm telling you on the screen right in front of you.
Grammar book.
So Yusuf,
Mister.
as he
Mister.
drive to work, he listen radio. Please try to make a sentence using the past progressive or the past from number 2.
Mister.
Yes.
Page كام؟
Sohail, page. Okay, I will check the page.
Mister, can I answer?
59. 59.
Thank you so much. Okay,
I
59.
can't write because my hand is broken.
Sorry, again, please.
Mister, can I answer? I can't write because my hand is broken.
You are telling a sentence or telling me something that happened.
No, I'm telling you something.
I'm sorry to hear this. I'm sorry to hear this. I wish you.
Mister, can I answer?
Okay, don't write. You can.
زيرو ايدي متدبسة فمش قادر ايه.
No,
مستر
it's
هو
okay.
ده في الكتاب هو ده في الكتاب يا مستر
Yes, as your friend said, page 59. Please, if you disconnect from Zoom, try to join in again because it will disconnect after a few seconds. Okay?
بالجرامر بوك ستودنت بوك.
Mister,
grammar book.
no, page 51.
Dear boys, you can see it will disconnect right now.
Page
So
what?
please try to join
It's a
again.
page what?
It disconnects.
51.
51, okay, 51, 51. So as he drive to work, he listen radio. Of course, both things are happening at the same time. As Zian was driving to work, he was listening to radio. Can you see?
Yes.
Zian was driving to work.